interpreting carried out only when the two parties do not know each other's language? Or, to put it differently, if both parties know each other's language, is there still a need for an interpreter? At first glance, one might argue that interpreters are needed only when speakers lack a shared language. Understandable, but it represents only one side of the reality. In practice, interpreters frequently work in meetings where both parties are sufficiently proficient in each other's languages. Why? First of all, knowing a language does not necessarily mean being able to express oneself precisely in sensitive negotiations. Yet, this is only the beginning. Especially in delicate fields such as diplomacy, interpreters provide speakers with something invaluable: time. Interpreting creates a natural pause that allows speakers to reflect before responding. Immediate reactions are not always desirable, and the interpretive process reduces the risk of impulsive statements that may lead to misunderstanding. There is the issue of nationalism and identity. Since language and culture are deeply intertwined, speakers often prefer to use their mother tongue even when competent in another language. Interpreters act as cultural mediators. When one party fails to grasp a linguistic or cultural nuance, the interpreter can clarify meaning and ensure that the message is conveyed appropriately. The role of cultural ambassador. Fourth, the mediation role stands out. This can be passive or active. In a passive role, a problematic expression may be attributed to the interpreter as a scapegoat, preventing escalation. In an active role, interpreters may render statements in a less aggressive tone, use strategies such as constructive ambiguity to help parties meet on common ground. Interpreters may also assume a gatekeeping role, adding, omitting, or modifying content, either at a party's request or through their own professional judgment. These roles are not exhaustive. If you are curious about others, simply search for translator and roles online. A glance at history shows how interpreters have shaped events, and how errors, real or attributed, have sometimes led to dramatic consequences. This underscores their responsibility far beyond linguistic transfer. Can all these roles be taught? To an extent, yes, but an interpreter's character, background, and the expectations of the parties involved also play a decisive role. Research shows that even the same interpreter may adopt different stances within a single meeting. Seeing interpreters as passive conduits misrepresents reality. Such shifts are shaped by psychological, environmental, institutional, and ideological factors, and must always remain within the boundaries of professional ethics.